Hello everyone and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Today's spotlight falls on a couple who always sets the internet buzzing the moment their names appear in the same sentence, Akın and Ebru. And no, this isn't about a fresh series premiere or an award night surprise. It's about a short, shaky video clip that spiraled across social media like a match thrown into dry grass, dragging their names into a storm they didn't ask for and certainly didn't deserve. In the last few days, a snippet filmed behind a half-closed door began circulating, claiming to show Akın in a hotel room with his manager. The clip was barely a handful of seconds, but it didn't need more than that to ignite a frenzy. Comment sections erupted, DMs filled with theories, and timelines turned into battlegrounds where strangers debated motives, timelines, and the meaning of blurred angles and muffled voices. As soon as the video began making rounds, opinions split into predictable camps. Some viewers, eager to read between lines that weren't even there, framed it as proof of something scandalous. Others, tired of smoke and mirror gossip, pushed back and defended both Akın and Ebru, arguing that a cropped frame never tells a whole story. Within hours, fan pages were posting side-by-side breakdowns of lighting and timestamps, while others pleaded for patience and perspective. It's the sort of digital flash fire we've seen so many times before. Context gets tossed aside while the loudest speculation takes the lead. But let's step away from the echo chamber and move toward what people close to the couple actually say. According to sources who have worked with them and know their schedules by heart, the clip circulating online is entirely stripped of context. The truth, they insist, is straightforward. Akın and his manager were traveling for work, nothing more intriguing than logistics and agenda setting. Because of an early brand presentation scheduled for the next morning, Akın was checked into the same hotel where a pre-meeting rundown took place. The now infamous video, the one that's been chopped and shared into oblivion, wasn't a clandestine late-night get-together. It was a work check-in, the type of quick strategy session that happens routinely before a big pitch or a promotional appearance. The detail that keeps getting lost? Timing. The brief exchange seen in the clip was recorded shortly after a travel day. After flights and transfers, the team needed to finalize talking points for a partnership meeting and a promotional gathering on the calendar. That's why they met in the room, to go over brand messaging, ensure wardrobe and set logistics were on track, and align on the morning's rollout. The door, which looked like it was meant to hide something, was simply ajar because people were coming and going, organizing samples and coordinating last-minute changes. When you see the moment without the scene, it's easy to invent a story. When you see the scene with the moment, it becomes mundane. Of course, the rumor mill never asks for permission before it starts spinning. The team around Akın and Ebru, both of whom have faced the internet's fickle gaze before, responded in measured tones. They urged fans not to accept every fragment online as fact, no matter how neatly it is packaged for a viral hit. They reminded everyone that spreading misinterpretations harms real people and creates unnecessary pressure where none should exist. The message was simple: be careful, be kind, and wait for reliable information. It wasn't a furious post or a threat, it was a reminder that the cost of reckless sharing lands on the people whose names are being tossed around like headlines. Ebru's name, inevitably, was drawn into the conversation even though the video wasn't about her. That's the price of being one half of a public couple: if one is dragged, the other feels the tug. But those who know Ebru's calm, grounded public stance won't be surprised to hear that she didn't flinch. The whispers didn't match the reality, and she knew it. The two are used to chatter that tries to turn everyday professional life into a spectacle. Rather than giving the rumor oxygen, they chose the harder but wiser path: focus on what they were actually preparing for, let the noise tire itself out, and trust that the truth always finds its voice. Fans, as always, made themselves heard, and their voices were louder than the speculation. When Akın posted a behind-the-scenes photo unrelated to any drama, just a quiet frame from a set in progress, the comments poured in with warmth and loyalty. One supporter wrote, "We trust you, Akın. People need to stop believing fake news." Another message read, "You owe no one an explanation. We love you for your work and your kind heart." On Ebru's page, the same wave rolled in. Her followers flooded her latest post with heartful notes, assuring her that her grace under pressure inspires them. Some even took the time to remind others to report the misleading uploads and keep timelines clean. What about an official statement? For now, neither has delivered a long manifesto. Those close to the couple say that Akın is waist-deep in preparations for an upcoming project and prefers not to feed negativity. He's concentrating on script work, physical conditioning, and the kind of quiet discipline that never makes headlines but always shows up on screen. Ebru, equally busy, is said to be investing her time in creative development and keeping her energy intact for work that will last longer than a 20-second clip. People in their circle describe the same consistent trait in both. When turbulence hits, they don't scramble. They breathe, they refocus, and they move forward with intention. It's tempting to mistake calm for silence. But what we're seeing here is a choice, not avoidance. Choosing dignity over spectacle isn't the easy route in a world that rewards the loudest reaction. Still, it's the route that preserves peace of mind and keeps careers steady. A few friends who've collaborated with the couple say this is very much in character for them: show up, do the work, let the results talk. The rumor cycle is exhausting, but the only way to win is not to play. And so far, that decision seems to be serving them well. This entire episode is another case study in how fast a spark can become a wildfire online. It takes almost no effort to cut a video, add a caption, and imply the worst. It takes patience and clarity to step back and ask simple questions: who took it? When? Why is it clipped at that angle? What was happening right outside the frame? Those questions don't trend, but they're essential. When fans wait for verified context, they protect the people they admire from the harm that careless shares can cause. And they protect themselves from being swept up in someone else's narrative. Ultimately, what remains at the end of a week like this is character, craft, and consistency. Akın continues to be recognized for roles that demand focus and physicality, the kind of performances that can't be faked or phoned in. Ebru continues to be celebrated for her presence, work ethic, and the quiet strength she carries into every room. Together, they navigate the unpredictability of public life with a steady hand, showing that resilience is not about clapping back, it's about outlasting the noise. If you're wondering where things go from here, look no further than their calendars: early call times, script pages, fittings, rehearsals, and the next set of lights that will switch on when cameras roll. That's the real story. The clip that turned into a trending topic might keep popping up on accounts chasing quick clicks, but those who actually follow this couple know what matters most is what they build, not what gets clipped. That's why their fan base grows more protective and more discerning with each passing season. They've learned the difference between gossip and truth, between a rumor and a record. So here's the takeaway we hope sticks: if a fragment appears in your feed, hold it lightly. Ask for context. Wait for someone who was actually there to speak. Remember that a hotel suite can be a boardroom in disguise, that a half-open door can signal nothing more than people doing their jobs, and that a manager's presence is part of a system designed to help a performer show up ready. What looks loaded from afar can be profoundly ordinary up close. Before we wrap up, we want to hear from you. When celebrities face a ripple of rumors like this, should they address the chatter head-on, or let it fade by refusing to engage? Do you think a brief note is enough, or do you prefer they say nothing at all and let their work speak for them? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us how you separate noise from news when a story starts with a snippet and ends with a headache. For more updates on Turkish celebrities you love, and a steady stream of context when viral moments try to hijack the narrative, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Thanks for watching, take care of each other online, and we'll see you in the next one, where the only thing we chase is the truth behind the spotlight. As the conversation cools down, it's easy to appreciate the quiet professionalism that anchors this couple. Their approach isn't flashy, but it's undeniably effective. It's the unteachable instinct to separate real life from the noise floor, to keep work sacred and let the comments burn themselves out. They aren't asking for sympathy, they're modeling a way through the storm that doesn't require shouting or staging a counter-spectacle. In a media climate built for outrage, that's its own kind of headline. And if you caught yourself wondering whether the video meant something more, you're not alone. That curiosity is precisely what the clip's framing chases. But once the air clears and the facts land, the story shrinks back to its true size. A travel day. A pre-brief. An early morning with brand reps and a promotional event to follow. A door held ajar while wardrobe samples come and go. A camera phone grabbing a sliver and selling it as a whole. That's all it was. No scandal. No plot twist. Just another day of work for people who are used to having even their ordinary moments turned into narratives. If there's a silver lining, it's this: the fans who showed up with compassion wrote the ending. The words they left echo long after the clip's views plateau. We trust you, Akın. People need to stop believing fake news. You owe no one an explanation. We love you for your work and your kind heart. It's rare to see supportive messages drown out the cynical ones, but this week, that's exactly what happened. And that says something about where this fandom is heading, toward patience, empathy, and a commitment to remembering that the people on our screens are people first. We'll keep watching the work, not the whispers. We'll keep bringing you the full picture, not the cropped corner. And we'll keep returning to the same promise: if it lands on our desk at Turkish Spotlight Secrets, we'll ask the questions that restore context and let you decide with clarity. Until next time, stay sharp, stay kind, and let the truth be the loudest thing in the room.